Philadelphia, it's time to fly! Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles!
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 24 yards for Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season. He only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Open man. This is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter.
Lawrence's pass complete to number 12, Travis Hunter. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Eagles' 27-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And the opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. Going right back to Dotson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's got Smith here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The career is more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, love is on the side.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that will get a right up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Jaguars.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He's got Long. His tight end complete.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Hunter. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Lawrence.
That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 1 now from the 21. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hunter now will go in motion left.
Lawrence will throw.
falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So,
got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Britton Strange as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Brown goes in motion left. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So halftime.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. The Jaguars
Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
He takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Open man, it's Hunter. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Lawrence running right on the option. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that in-line point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
On second and very short, Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw again. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield,
It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught at the 7. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars first
We'll
down.
definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
A short throw there to Strange.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down. Lawrence.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
Here comes second down. Here's Lawrence.
There again is Thomas. They go to him a lot. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At the 6-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Throwing now, Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.